Hi, I'm Dr. Gaetano Morello. I'm a practicing naturopathic physician practicing in Vancouver, British Columbia at BC Women's Hospital at the Complex Chronic Disease Program, where we treat all sorts of different conditions: fibromyalgia, chronic fatigue syndrome, myalgic encephalomyelitis, and Lyme disease. I also have a private practice in West Vancouver, where I've been practicing there for over 22 years. Today I'm going to talk about a remarkable ingredient that I was skeptical of when I first heard about it. And it's a compound for anxiety, and it reduces anxiety in about 15 to 30 minutes. Yeah, 15 to 30 minutes. When I heard about it, I was skeptical, and when I started utilizing or trying on patients, I started getting results. And so I was so impressed by it that I actually flew over to Hungary to meet one of the scientists who did the research on this product, Dr. Joseph Haller, and I met with Joseph, and he explained to me how this ingredient actually works. So I want to give you a little bit of background on this ingredient and actually its mechanism of action. So to do that, let me talk about something called the endocannabinoid system. The endocannabinoid system is a system in the body. It's the largest receptor system in the body. There's CB1 receptors in the brain. There's CB2 receptors in the peripheral system. For example, there's CB2 receptors on white blood cells. So if you stimulate them, the immune system goes up. When you stimulate CB1 receptors, you could have a calming effect, also an anti-pain effect. And so when we look at anxiety, the center of anxiety in the brain is the amygdala, right at the base of the brain. And these two little glands in the brain, they have a lot of CB1 receptors, and there is a natural cannabinoid that the brain makes. It's called an anandamide. An anandamide goes, attaches itself to the amygdala and gives you bliss, makes you calm, very relaxed. Now, there's an enzyme in the body, in the brain, called FAAH, F-A-A-H, and FAAH can break down anandamide. Interesting studies at the University of Calgary by Dr. Matthew Hill, what they were showing was that people that have less FAAH or more FAAH will be more anxious. People that have less FAAH because the body's not making enough of it will be more happy because it creates higher levels of anandamide. So why am I telling you all this? So we can get to the ingredient that we're going to talk about. Now, in the plant world, there's actually compounds that look very similar to anandamide. These compounds are called alkamides. In this particular plant that we're going to talk about, in this AnxioCalm, AnxioCalm has a special extract of echinacea. Yes, echinacea. And what do we know about echinacea? It's an immune stimulant. What did I tell you at the beginning of this presentation? I said that the endocannabinoid system has CB1 and CB2 receptors. CB2 receptors on white blood cells. When you stimulate them, you boost up the immune system. What does echinacea do? Boost up the immune system. These scientists were studying echinacea, and they found, wait a minute, not only does it stimulate CB2 receptors, but there's this alkamide that actually stimulates CB1 receptors. They studied all sorts of plants, and they found one particular type of echinacea that actually had higher levels of this particular alkamide that actually mimicked anandamide and attached itself to the amygdala, creating this feeling of calmness. So this is the mechanism of action of this incredible plant, a plant substance that can actually reduce your anxiety within 15 to 30 minutes. I've given it to over 800 patients with tremendous effects. I would say about an 80% success rate. And all you got to do is take 2 of these tablets, and it takes between 15 to 30 minutes. Yes, 15 to 30 minutes. And which patient would not want to use a natural substance for anxiety versus one of the pharmaceutical drugs? And you know, the best drug that we have in the marketplace right now is called Ativan. I mean, it works for anxiety like a charm, but it's very, very dangerous. Most physicians are skeptical in giving it. We only give it in specific situations and cases because of its addictive properties. Well, here's something that works just as quickly, has no consequential side effects. So really the product of choice. So the whole world is opening up now to the endocannabinoid system, and AnxioCalm really fits that mold perfectly. And it's a product that you have to try for anxiety, for calmness. You know, I've given it to even to teenagers, even children that are having phobias of getting on planes, phobias with writing an exam. It just really reduces the anxiety levels wonderfully. Also can be used for some people that when you go, so a lot of people can't sleep, and you know when your mind is racing before you go to bed, this is another one that can actually calm that down and help you sleep. So it's a wonderful product. It's available in Canada now. It's got a general anxiety claim, which I think is one of the first times that a natural substance has ever been given that in Canada that I know of in the nutraceutical world. So here's another great product for you from Terry Naturally. He just comes up with some pretty amazing ingredients, and this is one of them. So try the AnxioCalm, 2 tablets, and you should see a response within between 15 to 30 minutes.